Real quick, or not real quick, this might be a 4 or 5 minute video. I wanted to touch on a story coming out of Detroit of the two kids that unfortunately passed away from freezing to death in the car while their mother had to work to provide for them, all while trying to reach out to the father to get some assistance, and the father and his family wouldn't answer. And now everybody's online crying, saying how much of a tragedy it is. That story is irritating me beyond, like, I can't even put into words how much that story is irritating me. First and foremost, condolences to the mother, and rest in peace to those two beautiful souls of children who had to go out like that. No two children should ever have to freeze to death in a car because members in their family won't properly take them in. The part of that situation that irritates me the most, just probably like y'all who know the story, is the father. I'm 100% putting the blame on the father. He got online and said, well, she did call me to come get the kids, but she didn't call me to tell me that it's because she's homeless. Full stop. Did she call you to get the kids or not? You already admitted she called you to get the kids. So right there, you're showing negligence. You're showing where your priorities are as a man and as a father. Never in a million years should you be in a situation as a father where the mother of the children tell you, can you get them? I need some assistance. I have to go to work. There's nobody. It's winter. We need some place to stay. And you're like, well, I got better things to do. This may be an unpopular opinion, but that man needs some type of charges against him for that. You online looking halfway sad, talking about it's a tragedy, and she knew that my family was in her area and she could have called my family. She called you, ninja. You, the kid's father. Now let me get on the family of both sides, because this is also irritating me. I know I put 100% of the blame on the man, but next in line is the extended family. Where are we going as a people, especially in our community? We come from a family line of where family steps up when in need, where aunts and uncles take kids in that's not theirs, where grandmothers, where step-parents step up, where uncles step up, where cousins step up. How heartless can y'all be as a family to know that that girl was struggling and needed someplace to stay for a day or two, or needed help with money getting hotels because she had kids with her? And I don't want to hear, well, maybe people didn't know. Because y'all know how quickly we spread our own family business on social media. There's always that one nosy person in the family that can find anything out. So don't sit up here and tell me, well, maybe people didn't know. There's at least one person that knew that she was struggling with housing. That's first and foremost. Second, these kids share your bloodline. Whether they're your cousin, whether they're your niece or nephew, whether they're your grandchild. So if you knew that that woman with those kids who share your bloodline was struggling, how dare you act like you couldn't lend them a couch to stay or put a pallet on the ground so they're not freezing in the car? Because what's about to happen was going to be more disturbing and stressful for that mother if she's going to see all those same family members at that funeral boo-hooing and crying, acting like they cared. Boo-hooing and crying. The same people she called saying, yo, I'm struggling with housing. Can somebody watch my kids while I go to work? They're going to be crying the hardest over the casket, talking about, I wish you would have just called me one more time. She shouldn't have had to call y'all sorry asses one more time. We got to get out this whole mentality of separatism within our communities. I'm not talking about all. If it don't apply, let it fly. But some people have this mentality, if it's not immediately within your household, it don't affect you, even if it's with your own family. This whole, well, I'm just going to mind my business. Not when children's involved. When kids is involved, it's everybody's damn business. Like, I even had a situation like that within my own family, and I'm not going to put the whole story out because I actually have family members following me on this platform. So I'll just keep it light. There was a situation where within my family, I saw a parent not doing his job. And with me being concerned about the kids, it led me to make some phone calls. And this was years ago, probably a decade ago or longer. And word got back to me that that parent got mad that I was getting in his business. So he put it out there that, yo, tell Deshaun he just needs to mind his business. That's my problem to handle. Well, if you ain't handling it, buddy, then somebody else needs to step in. There's kids involved. I don't want to hear it's not my business if you ain't speak to him in about a year or 2 years. Like, I don't understand how as a family unit, you know there's somebody within your family that shares the same bloodline as you, and your mentality is, well, I'm going to mind my business. They'll figure it out. Now there's 2 kids in a casket that you got to see in the funeral with your bloodline, and y'all going to be acting like y'all cared about them kids. That's going to be the saddest part about this situation. That father should have all rights revoked from him if he has other kids. I know that's not popular, but that's how much disappointment, that's how disappointed he is as a man. If he has other kids, he should get those rights taken away from him. Like, I never in a million years would thought I would see a story that would have broke my heart like this. And I'm in my late 30s. A grown man sat on TV after hearing his kids were frozen to death in the car and said, well, she did call me to get them, but she didn't really break it down to me. And then whoever the family is on both sides. I'm going to end it like this because it's 6 minutes. When kids are involved, it's everybody's business.